One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wildcats offense will start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance, so I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Cook. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking for a crease. It's Cook. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Fakes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Kentucky. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his set. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a third and long.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
And they can't make the connection. Kentucky will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To throw, it's Mung. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Marches ahead. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's got it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Unloads to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. To the air, it's Mung. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Extra point here would tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This one's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Perfect timing. Got there right where the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Wildcats! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Give to the single back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Mung. It's caught. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Mung. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Duff. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. The give out of the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just
turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Cook. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games.
Touchdown, Wildcats! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. The give to the tailback. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Tons of room in the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
You always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Knowles. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Knowles. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
From the gun on third down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost. confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Fires complete on the crosser. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man. It's Monk. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kentucky. A great catch and run for 6. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Mung. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a grab for a big play. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Caught. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Mississippi State right back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5.
22, Spider. 4-2.
Scanning the field, it's Mung. Sets up the screen. Looking for the end zone. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
And they did tack on the extra point. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
A strike downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass, it's Mung. Fires one high and deep. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of